world can be a noisy place sometimes. It can be nice to quiet things down for a second. And sometimes you just gotta vibe with it.
They know I put it down, now they wanna say what's up. When you see me in your town, say what's up. Roll around, say what's up. Even ones who wear the crown, say what's up. That's what's up. Break it down, that's what's up. Go upbound, that's what's up. Hey. That's what's up. That's what's up.
My name is Paul Roberts. I live in Prescott, Arizona. I've been climbing for 9 years, and I'm a national athlete with Evolv and Friction Labs and the founder of Mindful Roots. So Mindful Roots is a small company I've run where I teach mental training workshops all about how we can use our mental game, our strategies in mindfulness practices to refocus our attention to really see more gains in our performance. I'm gonna brush, dude. Brushing is actually the key to climbing. Everybody thinks you just gotta like climb harder. You really just gotta brush. The more you brush the rock, the more you get to know the rock, dude. I'm on one now. But it's true, you know? You brush the rock and then you fucking get to know the little crystals. The thing that really brings me back to climbing the most is the mental aspect of climbing and dealing with the physical challenge of climbing on top of the mental challenge and figuring out how to combine that together to really learn.
What do you mean mental challenge? Like what is the mental challenge of
climbing? For me, I really like to push my limits in climbing. So always like trying things that are really, really difficult for me and sometimes like maybe even a little bit above my pay grade. And so part of that challenge is really dealing with this whole aspect of if I can be strong enough, be good enough, or utilize my mind in the right way to do that difficult boulder or route. And the question is like, well, how can we get to a point mentally and physically that when we decide to flip that switch, when we decide we are going to execute, what are the strategies and the techniques that can help us get there? I think some of the strongest strategies and techniques we can use really are ingrained in breathing, visualization, and self-talk. And in climbing, we really like to throw those terms around, you know, like you hear climbers all the time like, yeah, just breathe, man, just breathe. But it's like, well, what does it actually mean to breathe properly and implement that sort of breathing to change your physical state that your body is in? The ultimate kind of goal is getting to this space where we're conscious and aware of our breathing all the time, right? It starts the minute you wake up. You know, the minute I wake up, if it's a climbing day, I wake up in my bed and immediately I start going into conscious breathing, right? And like preparing for what the day might unhold, right? And then I'm driving up here and maybe I'm thinking about the climb and then still like hiking up, paying attention, how does my breathing feel? How does my body feel? And getting into those really micro details. I get to the base of the climb and full deep inhales and exhales, you know, just a couple breaths like and just taking that moment to really refocus, like, hey, okay, don't think about, you know, like, is this gonna be the time? Is today good? Am I strong enough right now? Is the conditions good? But to really just focus on that breath, and just sometimes that split second can recenter everything. What I think is important to pay attention to, and kind of like another mental strategy, is really looking at the micro details in visualization, right? So instead of like, okay, yeah, I hit that hold right hand, okay, what does that hold feel like? Actually visualize the pain of the crystals, of the crimps, visualize all the alignment in your body, like that actual sensation, right? The same neurons while we're visualizing, doing the climb, right? The things in our brain that connect everything and make up our reality fire off when we're visualizing as we do when we're climbing the boulder, right? And so in short, what that means is the more you visualize, the more opportunity for success you have, the more room for possibility you have, literally ingrained in your head, right? Because when you're up on the climb, it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit this hold, I'm gonna hit this hold. You're breathing, your body's reacting to the movement, your mind's reacting to the movement. So you gotta really incorporate all of that, get really detailed into those micro sensations, right? And make it as realistic as possible. This is like the epitome project I have right now of micro sensations. It's like the exact like millimeter of my finger needs to be in the exact right spot, otherwise it's like boom, coming right off. Same thing with like my hip needs to be like just perfectly into the wall, like perfectly placed. Otherwise like a micro fraction of it being wrong and I just fucking plop off. Bag of fucking sausages, dude. So another key component to the mental game is our self-talk, right? So what we're saying in our heads and how that influences our performance. I think when people hear self-talk, they think like, oh yeah, I gotta be positive about it, right? And that's a great start for sure. Like everyone needs a little of like positivity in their life always, but if I'm going up to like a V15, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely do this, then all I'm doing is like building a false confidence, like a false lie, you know. And then there's what I teach, and what I try to live by, and that's really actionable self-talk. It's hard, but not impossible. Not impossible. That's for sure. When I have a project, instead of being like, oh man, this is impossible, right? I can't do this. You get into the whole negative swell of thoughts, and it only goes down, right? And so the way you come up out of that, I'm saying things like, how can I hold that hold to the best ability, right? To my best ability. So what's the best way to hold that hold? What's the best way to move off of that hold? So I start to question things a little bit, right? In a really actionable way. This one might be a little bit better, huh? Right, so like that actionable self-talk, really questioning things in a way that lead to actionable self-talk that help you solve the problem. Yeah, I feel like I'm like rushing, you know? Go, go, go! It's because it's like I know I've done the move, so I can do the move again. When I start the climb, I don't really want to be thinking about anything else except that climb, right? And my relationship to that climb. And so I don't want to be thinking about, okay, what's Rico doing over there behind me, you know, like where are the pads, what's going to happen when I'm falling, right? All of that stuff I try to take care of before I even get on the climb, right? So dealing with all those distractions beforehand, so that when I get on the climb, all I have to do is execute, right? And by execute, I mean breathe when I know I have to breathe, exhale and inhale where I know I need to, and do those moves as precisely and as controlled as I can, right? It's like kind of those micro macro visualization things, like, okay, hit the hold, like go now, chill, breathe, inhale, sink down, jump, right? Stuff like that. Like it's almost like my self-talk, I try to switch it completely off from anything I would maybe be concerned about or worrying about or questioning, to just the movement and just what I need to remind my body to do. You know, everyone loves to ascend, of course. Like, you know, when you climb really well, it feels amazing. All climbers can relate to that, you know, but being able to step back a little bit and look at what we're doing in climbing and look at how much it can really show us about our mind, about how we deal with stress and failure, that's the real reward, right? And I really, really believe that truly comes out the most in long-term projecting. It's like, cool, did I go through this long, treacherous, freaking crucible of an event, you know, to get where I am, or was it like real quick and easy for me? And going through that trial, that error, and the grind of it all, you know, like that's where people grow, and that's why I do it, you know. It keeps me stoked.
It's like romantic music playing when you're like brushing the holds. I'm gonna slow it down.
Okay.
And like,
Vibe. You just can't vibe with it, right? Sometimes you just can't vibe with it.
a wise man once told me, Paul, it's all about breathing, visualization, self-talk.
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know, some hippie, but
Some dirty Prescott colleges.
I dropped the lead recently. It wasn't totally on there.
Wow, that kick out move is so hard.
I know. Once I'm here,
The karate chop's rad, dude.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So funny.
Nice, man. Strong. Come on. Super strong. Come on. Go get it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
dude.
on.
Come on, Paul.
Come on, dude.
Come on. Finish it out, man.
Come on.
You got this.
Yeah.
Strong. Yeah. Go get it. Nice.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Woo.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Paul.
Fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit.
Century ring.
Woo! Oh, man. Fuck yeah.
Cherry Coke.
Fuck yeah.
Cherry Coke night.
Cherry Coke, dude. We're fucking getting wings. Fucking bottle of tequila. Holy shit.
Dude, you made the move to the hand jam like So smooth, dude. That
Dude.
was fucking rad.
I was like, as soon as I hit the second hole, I was like, there's no way you can fuck this up. Just fucking do it.
Dude, you were so like